Hi everyone watching, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you should subscribe. I'm so happy you're here today. Life is kind of crazy right now, so let's distract ourselves with something happy. Today's reading is going to be on, obviously from the title, what do they find most sexy about you, what turns them on about you, that kind of stuff. Towards the end it will get a little explicit, so if you're not into that, just don't watch all the way to the end once I pull out the explicit deck. I have here rose quartz, calcite, and opalite. Pick your pile now and let's just get started. Hello, my aura rose quartz people. If you picked pile deck number 1, this reading is for you. We're gonna start with oracle cards, and so, what does your person find most sexiest about you? Well, sorry, I had to do a little camera adjustment and it was like wobbling and I hate that. So, your person really likes the fact that you are not afraid to be vulnerable. You're not afraid to admit when you're wrong. Like if you mess up, you don't hesitate to say sorry. If they kind of point out something that you did that hurt them, you're not afraid. You don't shy away from that. You want to work through it usually. And to them, that's like really important. And if you're in the wrong, they just really appreciate that like your ego doesn't get in the way of apologizing, making amends, making things feel better, or apologizing, quite simply. I think you also make things happen for them, whether you mean to or not. I think that like you could be really good at manifesting, and sometimes they'll tell you like, hey, I'm looking for this, or hey, I've been trying to do this, and you kind of just think of that for them, right? You manifest things for them, sometimes without even trying. And even if they don't realize it, they really internally they really like that about you. And then we have decrease in reverse. I think you're abundant. You're not lacking. You're a person who isn't morally corrupt, is the word I'm looking for. You know what's right and wrong, and you try to do your best by being good and making the right decisions, and not hurting others. If it's in your power, you try not to hurt others. You're just like having this you have a stable energy to you that they really like. You could be an earth sign, or you can have earth in your chart. You don't have to be, doesn't matter. But they really also have trust in you because of this, because of the fact that you're a stable person. They feel like you kind of have this internal peace, and maybe you don't. Maybe to you don't think so, but they kind of get a sense of peace when they're around you. They get a sense of balance, a sense of inner balance from you that kind of helps them and calm their storms. Sorry, I'm like so thirsty. And then pile number 1, I am struggling with you. I don't know what it is about you. I think maybe a person sometimes doesn't quite know what to do with you. And I mean this in a loving not like they hate you, but they... Okay. So, first of all, they really, really like I said, that you are just like, you have this moral compass that is like, to them it's hot and it's sexy. The fact that like you don't do the wrong thing. You strive to do the right thing. Maybe you're a Virgo. I don't know why Virgo's calling out to me, or you have Virgo in your chart. They also like that you are giving. I think that you are very giving, and for some of you guys, nurturing. And if you're not giving, I think you're giving. So giving, you can be material. You can show affection through giving people stuff, or you can give them attention, or you can give them advice, or you can give them care. There's lots of giving that you can do, and I think that you are very giving in an area, and your person loves that. Like, they love being surprised by the little things you do for them, or they just can't believe the type of person you are. They think like you're really good, almost innocent in how good and giving you are. They also like that you can be playful, that you're a free spirit, that you see the happiness out of situations, that you see the best in people. You have a very optimistic outlook in life from their perspective, and they just really find that attractive and hot and sexy. We are gonna do some how they find you physically sexy, and maybe what they want to do to you. If that's a sensitive subject, thank you for watching. If this doesn't resonate, I'll catch you on the next one. But let's continue. So your person really likes, I don't know how intimate you guys have been, but they really, really like your legs. They really like your genital area. They like your genitals and your chest area. You may have breasts, or maybe you're male and they just like your pecs. If you guys haven't been intimate, they really want to play with your breasts. They want to grab them and grope them and have at it. And if you guys haven't been intimate yet, they definitely want to do it fast. They want like to just grab you and go at it. Now, for some of you guys, this is weird, but not weird, but for some of you guys, if you guys have short hair, if you put your hair up, or whatever you do to your hair, they really like it. Your hair could be long and you can leave it down. However style you keep your hair, they think that's so hot. They think it's so sexy. And if you have short hair, they just love short hair on you. They like to be able to see your neck and your collarbones. Pile number 1. That's all I really have for you. I hope that resonated with you. Sorry for my obnoxious drinking. I'm like drinking a smoothie and water. I'm hungry. But I wanted to do this video for you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. Hello, pile number 2. If you picked the calcite this reading, I am having trouble with my tripod. It's a new setup. I moved recently, and so I'm just getting used to everything. So sorry for the everything. Okay, but let's get started. So pile number 2, you are my star child. You are my child you're a moon child. You are someone who kind of lives in space and in the metaphysical world, and some of you guys can be tarot readers, some of you guys could be into astrology. You guys are all into, some of you guys can know all about chakras, and some of you guys can read auras, and some of you guys are empathic. You guys are just very in the spiritual realm in that way. And your person finds that so attractive. They think it's so sexy that you're into what you're into, and they think it's different because maybe wherever you guys live or wherever you're from or whatever the case is, you might be the first person to really open up their eyes to this side of life, the different, the alternative to the norm. I also see that they find it really sexy that you are a leader, and maybe you help people with these things that I just mentioned, with all of the metaphysical or astrological or whatever the case is. It could be astronomy, it could be stargazing, it could be whatever it is. You might help others through this, and they think that's so hot about you. They're just like, whoa, like they found themselves thinking about like, whoa, like how capable you are in this, in whatever subject that is. And then I think what they find really also sexy is the fact that you guys kind of get each other on a level that maybe they haven't experienced before. You could have not, but they haven't experienced this level of, maybe you know them without them having to say things, or you can read them really well, or you're just there for them a lot. whatever the case is, they feel a soul connection to you. Now, for some of you guys, this is romantic. For some, if it's not, it's okay. But there is a soul connection there, and soulmates can be of any gender, any sexuality. It doesn't have to be sexual or romantic. You just have soulmates and throughout life constantly. It's beautiful, and I think we are so blessed that that exists. But they find it really sexy that you guys can connect and kind of like vibe. And I'm just seeing like wavelengths going back and forth through you guys on just like how like you guys are basically on the same wavelength at times, and they find that really sexy. They also find the fact, they think that you can balance this area really well. Like maybe you guys sometimes, and I'm going to say this and I hope it doesn't offend anyone, sometimes when you pick an alternative lifestyle, some of you guys can be vegan or vegetarian. Sometimes when you pick an alternative lifestyle, an alternative way of life that isn't really the social norm, although some of this stuff, it does feel like it's coming more into society, but it's not quite there yet. I feel like sometimes people can be seen as radical and really out there and weird and like judged for it, but I think that they kind of really, what they really enjoy about you and about your ties to this lifestyle and this way of living is that while you're submersed in it, you aren't so far away that they can't reach you, if you know what I mean. Sometimes you meet people and they have really interesting outlooks and stuff, but you can't really connect with them because they are so into it that they see you as wrong for not following their lifestyle or their beliefs. Sometimes it's like a very tough subject to, like, when you get a meat eater and a vegan together, sometimes they can't really relate. But I think in this case, if, you know, let's use that for an example, if you are vegan and they are a meat eater, you are not judgmental. You are not down their throat. You are not constantly telling them off-putting things. I think you lead by example. And that's what they also really like, is that you don't lecture them about your lifestyle. You kind of just go with the flow. You kind of just like do yourself. You're just there to guide. Like I said, they really find that attractive, hot, sexy about you, is that you guide them without nagging them. This pile is already super long. I'm sorry. There's just a lot coming from your person. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. I think that for them, this is something that they find really sexy about you, because they also possess this, is like this kind of groundedness. While you are a star child and a moon child, and you live in this beautiful world, you're also practical, and you have this thirst for knowledge, and you try to learn and know more, and I think that's why they like it so much, is because you know so many things and they know so many things, and you guys can talk about a lot of different things or the same things and just teach each other and kind of converse like really beautifully, and that kind of gets them going. So what they find most sexy about you is like how you guys communicate with each other and your knowledge, which is like really cheesy, but like you know, that's how they feel. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. They like that you're a very loyal person. You are a very loyal person, and you protect the people that you really love and the people closest to you. And you're in control of yourself. You live in a beautiful world, but you're not like out of control. You're not unstable. You're not broke. Which sounds kind of, you know, but they find it really sexy that like you can live in this different world and yet still be part of the professional world, or still have ties there, or still have connections. Because maybe they're more conventional, and they really like that you have a really good balance of being conventional and being different. Yeah, they just like how in control, and how you're not careless with your finances. Okay, so as far as what they find physically attractive about you, your butt, all the way. All the way. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, they just love your butt. They want to bite your butt. They want to grab it and squeeze it really hard. They don't want to hurt you, but they want to, like almost lay claim, like mine. They also, they just really like your legs, and they like to look at you from behind. Like when you're walking away and stuff, they're just like staring after you, like, just kind of like, like, it's pretty funny. And if you have an emotional side or a sensitive side, they really, really find that sexy. That you can be, what was the word I used earlier? I don't know, that you can be like gentle and sweet and caring. They want you to take them places. They kind of want you to take them for a ride. That is the tamest way I can put it. And I'm going to leave it at there. Pile number 2, thank you so much for joining me. I hope everybody is safe and healthy and okay. But I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys. Pile number 3, if you picked the opalite, this reading is for you. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm like starving, so I'm eating a smoothie and I'm drinking water, and that might be kind of annoying, and I'm so sorry. But hi, thank you so much for coming back or clicking on this video and picking pile number 3. Whatever the case is, I'm glad you're here. So, what does your person find sexiest about you? Well, okay, first of all, I already shuffled the cards, obviously, and I did kind of peek at them. And I'm getting a sense of, I don't know why Gemini is calling out to me, or Gemini in your chart somewhere, maybe your Venus, your Mars, or whatever. We just get a lot of Gemini energy here. And so what your person really finds attractive about you, sexy about you, is that you know how to set boundaries, right? You know how to tell them when, something that they're doing doesn't feel right. You're not afraid to cut people off. You're not afraid to ghost people. Not, ghost people, but you're not afraid to cut them out of your life. But you also have like a lot of love to give. You express your love, or you have a way of showing your love that they really, really, really find sexy. It could be affectionate. Maybe you're a really affectionate person, like you love to kiss and hug, or maybe you verbalize it and they really enjoy that. Also, something else that they really find sexy about you is how adventurous you are. I think you're not that shy. You're not afraid to go after what you want. You're not afraid to say it how you see it, say what you feel. I just don't get the sense that you're very shy. And maybe you are at the beginning, but once people get to know you, I don't think a lot of people would describe you as shy. And then another thing that they find really attractive is that you're constantly improving, constantly transforming, constantly being different and finding new things, and learning about new things, and getting out there and just changing who you are. And for some of you guys, it could quite literally be that you like to get your hair done a lot, or change your hair a lot, or cut your hair a lot, whatever the case is. And they really like that you can kind of like have all kinds of different styles, and you're not afraid to change. And then we have Knight of Wands. So I think that you're a fast-moving person. Like I said, you're not afraid to go after what you want. I think that once you see something, you go for it. So, and you're also like a warrior. You're a fighter. You triumphant. You go through things and you come out stronger. So that goes back to the Transformation Oracle card. You go through things. It's tough things, but you always come out on top, or you come out learning and being different and growing as a person. And then with the Queen of Wands, they really find it sexy that, like I said earlier, you're really loving and you're really giving, and you come towards people with like this love. You come at them with love, and you're not afraid to tell people when you love them, even if they're just your friends. Like, you're not afraid of expressing yourself, and they find that really, really sexy. Like, maybe you tell them like how attracted you are to them, and they're just like, they get all these ideas. And then we have this is the explicit part of the video. If that offends you, click out now. But physically, they really like your face. They really like your lips and your mouth. And if you are into makeup, male or female, they really like when you wear, like, they think you look sexy when you wear makeup. If you don't wear makeup, it's not a big deal. It doesn't matter. But for those of you that do, your person really likes this about you. And for the ones that don't, your person really likes that about you. So don't overthink it. That's just going to be a message for specific few or specific whoever. There's this innocence to you, though, like, regardless of you being a badass, there's this innocence to you that they kind of like want to corrupt. And this could just be, in the bedroom. They kind of want to take you places and have you begging for more. And like I said, they really like that you're adventurous and not shy, and you close out cycles. So like I said, again, yours really ties in a lot. Yours just gets, pile number 2 was really, really long because there was a lot of different messages. For you, it's like the same 3 messages over and over and over, of like you being able to shut people out when they're not good for you, you being able to stand on your own, you being able to just be who you are. And they find that really, really sexy, that you don't shy away from who you are. Now, they could want to see you be with someone else, or they quite simply could just be really into 69, mutual oral sex, or they could want to watch you with someone else. Yeah. Pile number 3, that's all I really have for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a like, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.